here. And as my 97-year-old friend said, just put one foot in front of the other. So that's what I did, and I am so happy to be in this vibration. Is this working? Okay. So let's leave all that outside and let's just gently close our eyes and take some deep breaths in. And as we let those breaths go, let's just release the shoulders, release the chest. And on your next deep breath, let's start at the top of the head and come down and release all the little muscles around the eyes and the cheeks, the neck. And once again into the shoulders and the arms, the chest area. Just letting go. We feel ourselves seated on the chair, and this peace moves down through our whole body. Through our legs, our feet. Just let go of all those little muscles. And as we continue to just breathe at our own pace, we begin to come to that point called the single eye, or the third eye. That point in the forehead where we can come into our inner space. Letting everything else go out and coming into that quiet space of nothingness. And we feel a great sense of peace and calm. As we just surrender this day to that great inner space. So here in this peace, we let go to spirit, the one force of the universe. We let go to the flow of life. We flow with it. We surrender our ego and our will to the flow. And now as we go into the week, we have this sense that all is in divine order, regardless of appearance. And we do what is ours to do without judgment. And so let us take this peace we have with us throughout this day and this week in our lives. And let's begin to slowly, at your own pace, come back. Come back into this time and space, taking some deep breaths and feeling renewed and refreshed as we open our eyes. And so it is. So it is. Thank you. I never want to come back. I want to sit there and enjoy. Just beautiful. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl, as always. Now, if you would all please stand and let us read together our vision and mission statement along with the Declaration of Principles. Our mission statement: CSL West Georgia is a joyful global community where everyone belongs. Through our unique spiritual teachings, we provide a safe environment to experience compassionate living. And our Declaration of Principles: I believe there is one creative intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe my purpose is to allow this divine mind to express in, as, and through me. I know that this divine presence is a power for good, which responds to my conscious use to create a life filled with health, love, peace, and success in all things. I use it now, and I rejoice in it, and so it is.
And please remain standing. Gratitude is the foundation of love. Good morning, everybody. So we're going to do this gratitude song. It's gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, to the right of me, above, below, within, around. You got that? That one's yours. There will be a quiz. Okay. Connie's going to guide you through it. Ready? Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Yes. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Let's do it again. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude within me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Yes. I'm so grateful for all of you. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful one more time. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. And I'm so grateful. 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 Sing that again. I'm so grateful. You sound good. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. That's a good one.
And now we have someone and something to be very grateful for. Our wonderful, our fabulous Deborah Worthy. I call her our wordsmith. She is brilliant and wonderful, and
She
we
is.
love her. And
We
she's
do.
going to do our reading today.
Get up here.
Did I mention best hugger?
Best hugger.
You are the best.
And she brought Dawn.
Wow. Okay. Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Sandy, for that. Today's reading comes from the book entitled This Thing Called You by Ernest Holmes. I'll be reading from chapter 6, page 44 through 47. Let us relax as we relate to the mind of the author. Spirit withholds nothing from you. To believe God refuses the good you desire is to deny the goodness of God. It is a refusal to accept the profound conclusion of the one who said, "It is done unto you as you believe." Often you may find that even though you start with an enthusiastic conviction, you become stranded on the rock of unbelief. Refuse to let this discourage you. The law is still that it is done unto you as you believe. No matter how subtle the thought of lack, fear, uncertainty, or loneliness may be, they do not belong to you. Your affirmation can erase them. Become master of your thinking, hence master of your fate. Always do this with a sense of union with good, for you have not been left alone to fight a losing battle or contend against powers of evil. You have been left alone to discover your real nature, that as an individual, you may consciously unite with the law of life and the presence of good. Do you remember the story Jesus told about the woman who came to a judge asking for help? At first, the judge refused her request because he was comfortably settled with his family and did not wish to be disturbed. Do you remember how persistent this woman was? She refused to take no for an answer. She just kept on knocking at the door until her faith and determination were rewarded. This is the story of your life and of every man's life. Just keep right on knocking at the doorway of your consciousness until every no becomes a yes, every negation an affirmation, every fear a faith. You cannot fail if you remain steadfast. Finally, the fetters of bondage will drop from you. You will walk out of your self imposed prison only to discover that the door was never really locked and the windows were never actually barred. You were bound merely by chains of unbelief. If you listen to peace, you will experience it. If you listen for truth, you will hear it. If you listen to power, you will receive it. If you listen to wholeness, you will discover it. The creative law which you use is like a mirror. The thought you hold before it is like an image. The mirror reflects the image you hold before it. Hold then there the image of faith and expectancy with enthusiastic conviction and an undying trust. The only thing that can hinder you is yourself. The only thing that can help you is yourself, because it is you who reflects the image in the mirror. Often good and sincere persons ask if it is right to use divine power for personal purposes. No one thinks it's wrong to use other laws of nature for personal purposes. The law of mind and spirit are natural laws. The only difference between the use of them and their other natural laws is that most people do not realize that they can use spiritual law as consciously as they do other laws. Do not hesitate to use this law for any purpose which is constructive. It is no more selfish to use spiritual law for personal purposes than it is to plant a garden for your personal use. Moreover, there is no escaping this law, for it is as intimate as your own thought, as personal as your own being. The world starves in the midst of plenty, weeps in the midst of joy, yet the eternal manna has never ceased to fall. The fields of God are ripe unto harvest. The garden of your mind was planted by a wisdom superior to yours. Enter in and possess this promised land. When you accept in simple faith, you will receive. When you knock with childlike belief, the door will be open. When you seek with enthusiastic acceptance, you will find. Did not the great and beautiful Jesus proclaim, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest"? Sorry. Reality has not changed since Jesus walked the shores of Galilee. The power he used is still here. It makes little difference what method you use, provided you have conviction. Some will tell you you should affirm the divine presence, denying all else. Well and good, this method will work. Others may tell you that all you need to do is ask, believing. They are right too. Each receives according to his belief. Do not be concerned over methods. Any method that leads to conviction will produce results. Stop arguing. Learn to believe. Stop debating. Learn to accept. Stop looking for an authority outside of your own conviction. This calls for complete confidence in the law and an equal confidence in yourself. If you wish to be healed, you must expect to be made whole. If you wish freedom, you must no longer think bondage. Bondage and freedom are two ways of using one law. If you spend all your time saying, "I am poor, weak, sick, miserable, and unhappy," you will attract poverty, weakness, sickness, and unhappiness. Use your intellect, imagination, and feeling for the purpose of seeing and sensing freedom instead of bondage, joy instead of unhappiness, plenty instead of want, health in place of disease. The very denial of your good keeps that good from you. Reversing this process through affirmation will bring you the good you desire. And so it is.
Well, we have an amazing message for you this morning from the amazing Reverend Bronte. So get ready to be amazed. Okay? And we have a song for you to celebrate how amazing we all are. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. We will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings. And with every step we take, bless the promise that we make. The reason we live is in the every gift we give. Love your life and love your dreams. We will do amazing things. Sing it with us. Amazing, amazing. We will do amazing things. Amazing, you know it. Amazing. We will do amazing things. Oh, the places we will go and the people we will know. Don't worry about the where or how. You don't have to face that now. You're on the right track. Yes. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what each day brings. You will do amazing things. We don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let our minds rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath, and smile. Amazing, amazing. We will do amazing things. Sing it with us now. Amazing, amazing. We will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. We will do amazing. And we have done amazing things. Amazing, amazing. We will do amazing things. Let's sing it again. Amazing, amazing. We will do amazing things. Today we're going to heal ourselves and do other amazing things. We will do amazing things. Very good. Thank you.
Oh, that was amazing. One of my very, very, very favorite songs. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And today we have an amazing gift for all of us. We have Reverend Bronte with us. Yay. And she's going to talk to us today about healing. And Reverend Bronte has a little problem with her arm, so we're all going to see her healed, as well as all of us. So may I present the amazing Reverend Bronte.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you for the amazing music. Thank you for the beautiful readings. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for having me. I'm just say thank you for 20 minutes or so. I love all the great things that you're doing here. The sound bath that you had last Sunday, I believe it was. Was that Easter already? Oh, wow, that looked gorgeous. I was able to tune into a little bit of that. Thank you mostly, and right now mostly, for being here to support your spiritual center. That's amazing. You know, when we show up, and we show up in person when we can, and thank you for all that may be watching on the live stream. We thank you for your participation. We feel your energy. And let us know by sending up a heart or a like or putting a comment in your comment section. And if you have a prayer request, perhaps put that on the live stream also, so that we can have our practitioners and prayer partners send you love and light. Your presence is felt here, even if you're not here in person, but it's so good to be in person. Don't you love being in person? And no, guess what? No matter where you are, you're in person. So makes sense. Yeah. So we're thinking about healing this morning, and I have some key ideas that I'm going to talk about. I love coming here too for CSL, because then I go back to Ernest Holmes and that very wide part of my bookshelf with all of his books. We were talking earlier, Ursula. It's like, I like the thin ones, but then you get Science of Mind and it's like, wow, I could barely pick it up and look through it again. And then where am I going to look? So I just look for the highlighted pages from past years. The key ideas, the main concepts today, I made a list, not for you, but so I wouldn't forget. Joy is the highest vibration. That's something that was reiterated to me in the last couple of weeks. Joy is the highest vibration we can live in. And we're going to talk a little bit about talking about our health issues versus not talking about our health issues, because that's sort of a thing with these healing spiritual practices, is to not always talk about it, just to know you're healing, but sometimes it's good to talk about it, to get that help, to get that encouragement from others. And number 3, can we use these principles to heal everyone and everything in our world? Sometimes it doesn't feel like we have a lot of control of what's going on in the world. And then 4, what about when our healings don't seem to be happening? And then 5, we're going to talk about earthing a bit. And after the service is over, and sorry, live streamers, but it'll be after the live stream has stopped, we're going to do an additional earthing thing for about 12 minutes. So if you've got an appointment or something, you should still be able to stay. And we're just going to practice some earthing, because that's been a big thing with me lately. So driving over, I was listening to different things on my car radio, and then I decided if I actually went into my phone, so I had to pull over because you can't drive and do anything with your phone, right? And I wanted to listen to Michael Beckwith again, because I listened to part of his Easter service last Sunday. Michael Beckwith just always inspires me, just like, wow. And he said this, I couldn't write it down because driving, but he said something close to this, that when we came here as spirit to enter bodies, to be here in this iteration of our spirit, we weren't pushed to come. Nothing pushed us into this life, in his thinking and in mine. We came here at the highest level of joy, ecstatic to have this experience of being in a body, being alive, bringing this light being that we truly are at our core into a body. And I thought, wow. And how often it can be that we forget that, because life isn't always seeming really joyful or absolutely mellow, or that we're even made out of light and love and this higher consciousness. But to remember that when times are tough, I came here to experience joy. I came here as joy to spread joy, to be joy, to do joyful things, to help remind others that we're joyful. I think when we're out in the world and we, pass that person in the convenience store or online vote or something, and we have conversations with others, I think that's one of our biggest opportunities to let that joy spread from us to someone else. Whether it's a compliment, whether it's helping someone with something, whether it's just looking at someone or wishing them a good day. Perhaps every time you buy something or interact with a person, just tell them you hope this is the best day they have yet seen and watch their reaction. Sometimes it's a smile of knowingness and sometimes it's like, what? It hadn't been so far. So a couple weeks ago, I had an experience. Actually, kind of two health things going on. I'm not going to talk hardly at all about one of them, but I got this lovely accessory, I guess we could call it. And if you can't see on the live stream, I've got a lovely designer from the ortho emergency clinic sling on my left arm. And it's really interesting to have it here. And it's not especially comfortable. And it's not especially great to sleep in at night because I do. But it's wonderful because it's helping my arm heal. And it was late at night, about 2.5 weeks now. And I was in my living room and I was so happy because I was doing all this decluttering and I was putting things in plastic boxes and organizing a whole bunch of Unity and other booklets that for many years, and I wanted to see where they were. So I had nice clear plastic boxes to put them in, and I was just about done, and I was going to move one box over somewhere. And this is a lesson to me that I thought I had learned. If you're doing something, don't hold something heavy in both hands, because if you trip, which I happen to trip on a Unity booklet. I love Unity booklets. It hasn't changed my mind about Unity booklets. I write for Unity booklets. That I tripped in my living room and came down, and I actually knew what I was doing, and I braced myself, but it was on this arm. So it was late, and I didn't want to go to the ER. So I managed to stop whimpering and, kind of wrap my arm in something, get a little sleep even. And the next day they x-rayed it and told me that it was a fracture right up here in your humerus, which isn't funny. But it was definitely a humerus. But good news, I didn't need surgery and I didn't need to have it relocated. It wasn't dislocated. Where would they relocate it to anyway? It's like, so this was all at a time that something else was going on that I was going to have some surgery for. And it was just like, no, what God that, hey, God that lives in the attic, why did this happen? But I worked through it. And I called my friend, Jeannie Brannon, who's an author and a acupuncturist and Eastern Chinese medicine specialist, and she lives in Virginia. I call her when I know I need someone that's not going to listen to me or what's going on, right? I call her because she's always centered. And she might say, well, gosh, wish that hadn't happened to you. We try not to use the word sorry a lot. But she said, well, I'm just going to hold you in that space of this working out. And remember, joy is the highest vibration that we can live in. And I went, yeah, I'm going to remember that. I said, actually, I was laughing with the person at the orthopedic clinic that next morning about, I don't even remember what, but we were laughing. And she went to take a list of all the medications I'm on and said, you're 75 years old and you don't take any medications. I said, yeah, isn't that great? But this didn't feel that great. But hopefully you have someone in your life or spiritual practitioner that holds that energy for you. And exactly what Ernest Holmes was talking about. in that wonderful reading. Have somebody holding the truth of you, of us, of me, when I can't see it. Right? So it's beginning to heal. I did have the other surgery, which was nothing compared to this. So I was like, well, that's interesting. That didn't hurt at all. I had to have an MRI for that about a week before the surgery. And I'd never had an MRI before. So I was laying on this thing, getting ready to go in this tunnel. And I'm like, what's this going to be like? And I said, what do I need to do? And I'm laughing with the staff and stuff. I said, I can't dance in there, right? And they're like, oh, no. They said, if you move at all, you have to come back another day and do it again. I went, oh my God. Okay, that was potent. So I was laying in there and they had breathing and they had a choice of music that I could listen to for the headphones. And I'm in there and I'm like really glad that I can lay still for 20 minutes. And it ended, they told me in the headphones that I'd be coming out now. And I looked at the end of this tunnel and Jesus was in the MRI. Now I don't see Jesus a lot. And I don't really call myself a Christian. I'm a metaphysician. I like the Christian beliefs. I like the CSL beliefs. I love the unity beliefs. I love any kind of church that is diverse and focuses on spreading love and loving kindness and doing things in our world that makes a difference. So why was Jesus in the MRI? Which really would make a good title for something. And it wasn't like he was sitting there, any real pictures I've ever, it was like a portrait looking at me. And I said, hi, it didn't say a thing. And I pondered on this because then it faded away and I came out and I started talking to the people and I probably told them Jesus was in the MRI. And did he have an appointment before me or something and forgot to cut I don't know. And this is the first time I've shared this with anybody because it's very fresh, very, very fresh. And I thought, okay, what does this mean? And my friend Jeannie Brandon up in Virginia had told me when things happen health-wise, sit with it. Sit with it. What can this teach me? What might I know more about that body area? What experience, maybe not like, okay, here's a lesson, My first unity minister said, I don't believe in a hot potato God. It's not this God that's throwing you a hot potato. See how you deal with this. See how you deal with that. No, but sit with it. What can I learn from this besides not carrying a heavy box late at night and folders on the floor and unity booklets on the floor? So I remembered Myrtle Fillmore, who was known for her healing. Founder of Unity. She and her husband Charles kind of came into the belief system long after she was proving all this healing on her body because she was diagnosed with tuberculosis and they gave her like a year to live. But after she began studying the principles from different speakers and learning that she did not inherit disease, none of us do because it was in her family, she asked her husband permission because those were the days. So she asked her husband permission to go sit in the closet with a picture of Jesus. I went, a picture of Jesus. Okay. She didn't go to the MRI. It was in your closet, Bronte. You didn't need to do, yeah. What did she do in the closet? She did, like we talked about Ho'oponopono last month. She forgave every part of herself that may have influenced her body. She asked every body part for forgiveness. She focused on healing, on health, on well-being, not the implications of dis-ease or issues or pain or anything like that. And she healed. She was cured of tuberculosis, which, at that time was a lot. Joy is the highest vibration. We talk about our health issues. I made a decision when this happened and I had the other little surgery, just not to put it out anywhere. I told my daughter, and luckily and wonderfully, she came in for 12 days from Albuquerque to stay with me, and she cooks. She cooks really good. I still got a refrigerator full of broccoli and mushrooms and all kinds of healing things. But I told her, I said, this is all personal, and I really don't want a lot of people knowing. She said, Mom, that's part of me, is I need to share things. And I understood that because she likes to share and it helps her. So I said, just nothing on social media. And that was fine. And she did tell a group of friends of hers, but it was a healing group of friends. But why am I saying this? Because I just realized that when we have something, it's usually the first thing we do is tell a lot of people. And then what happens? They tell us their stories. And then it becomes this like living thing of, let me tell you mine. And it's not a bad thing because, again, people need to share. But it's usually focused on the pain or the grief or the worry. And if you're a prayer and you want to sit with someone that's doing that, that's fine. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep it close. Just keep it close. Why then, and how then, when we do have something, what are some good steps that we can go through? Start journaling about it. Go into deep focused prayer. Seeing your whole body healthy. So I didn't want to just focus on this. Fair, not funny, humorous. I wanted to focus on my whole body. Keep my bones healthy. Have I been thinking about my bones healthy? Keep our bones healthy. And then earthing. So about 2 days before the surgery, they had to alter some things in the surgery because I couldn't lay a certain way on the surgical table. I was like, oh my God, I haven't done any earthing. So I went to Sandy Creek Park in Athens, which has a little beach in it. It was a nice day. And I put out a very thin sheet because I didn't want to lay in the sand because showering with one arm is real tricky. So anyway, I laid on the sheet and I just did a Karen Drucker earthing song, Up From the Earth. I call the healing power in from my hands, call it to my heart, down from my head. And we'll play a little bit of that after the service. And I felt it. I could feel the energy coming up from the earth. Was it all in my head? Yeah, but it was all in the earth too. And you call it down and you see yourself as a vessel of energy, as a vessel of healing, no matter what we're going through. No matter what. Ernest Holmes said this, we have within us a power greater than anything we shall ever encounter externally. Greater than anything you, we, I might ever encounter in the outer. This power can overcome every obstacle in our lives, leading us to safety, satisfaction, peace, healing, and prosperity. That's how powerful we are. And I think we forget it when we have a spill or disease. We still have that power. Even if we're at the end of our physical lifetime, we still have that power. Because I think if we jump in joy, I think we jump out in joy too. He also said this, you are an eternal being now on the pathway of endless unfoldment. Never less, but always more yourself. Life is forever dynamic, forever creating, not something done and finished, but something alive, awake, and aware. And Catherine Ponder, you may be familiar with her. So many books. She's still in the body. She's in her 90s, and I keep checking. She's just such a powerhouse. I am always surrounded by divine health and healing, she says, Every cell in my body is filled with light and vitality. Every cell in my body is filled with light and vitality. I want to say that. Every cell in my body is filled with light and vitality. Can you feel that? Think about it a minute. What would that feel like? What does that feel like? Every cell in my body is filled with light and vitality. And the more we say things like that, I think, and the more we do them, and the more we are aware of them or meditate on them, we send that out to someone else. Every cell in your body is filled with light and vitality, even in the appearance of other things. Because that, to me, is that joy, that experience of living. Every cell in your body is filled with light and vitality. Catherine Ponder goes on. Divine love within me restores, renews, and revitalizes. Restores, renews, and revitalizes. Divine love within me restores, renews, and revitalizes. And then always the power punch. Because if you're going to do affirmations, you got to have a power punch in there. Perfect health is my divine right. We might not be feeling that, you know. Jesus didn't say that to me in the MRI, but I felt it. Perfect health is my divine right, and I claim it now. You want to say that? Perfect health is my divine right, and I claim it now. Maybe again. Perfect health. Think of what that is. Perfect health. Perfect health is my divine right, and I claim it now. Just makes me feel like I'm done. My body is the temple of the living spirit, radiant with health. I'll say it again. My body is the temple of the living spirit, radiant with health. Think of your body. Give your body a hug, if you would. Your body. This is your body, and it holds your consciousness, this amazing spiritual consciousness, light thing that you truly are, that came in here with joy to have an experience of living and meeting people and being in love and being out of love and being abundant and being not abundant and being well and feeling not well. My body is the temple of the living spirit, radiant with health. When I was in the surgical room just before surgery for this other thing, I decided I was just going to be funny, you know, just have fun. So I was laying there waiting. There was a big white piece of equipment kind of off to the side. First of all, there were a lot of people there. So, oh my God, there's like 10 people in here. Do you like have parties after people, you know, get the anesthesia and you like do dance things and things? They said, no. Who is this woman? Who is this woman that's laying here making jokes? This big white machine. And it was a robotic machine, they told me, and they do all the specific, and I was like, oh, you're not doing this on me, are you? Then no. And I said, well, but that's so cool. I never would imagine what that would look like. And then they put the anesthesia mask on my face. And I was thinking, you know, it's really scary to some people. And I've had anesthesia in my life a couple times. And it was kind of scary because you're kind of feel like you're out of consciousness, kind of like, you know, going to sleep thing. They put it on my face and they said, now, Ms. Bronte, you might feel like a little different fragrance coming through, and that means that you're about to go into, you know, this deeper sleep. I said, oh, okay. I'm breathing. I said, not yet. I'm talking to them. They're breathing, not yet. I said, oh, there it is. I said, I'm going now. See you later. This one guy was so that really is not any valid point for anything, but just, the joy of things, making fun of life, and because we're here for this experience. Did we know when we were going to come in? I don't know. Did we know when we were going to go out? I don't know. Do we know if we'll definitely come back in again? I don't know. But these principles are for now, right? Ernest, all the amazing teachers, all the people that come through here to share their stories, all the classes, all these bits of wisdom that we continually pick up, maybe put on our desk or mount on the wall, that we can renew again and again, are remembering that we came in here on a principle of joy. It's like, oh, I get to go. I get to go into the body now. Oh my God. It's going to be amazing, because your life is indeed amazing. And before I say so it is, we're also going to do a little more exercise, and then I'll pass it back to music, whatever we're doing. But remember, stay after if you want. We'll just do kind of, if you want to chat in one part of the room and don't want to do the healing circle, we'll do it in another part of the room. But let's take a moment. And folks at home, if you're out in the yard or in your hammock and you don't want to put your feet on the ground, that's fine. Or if you're not able to put your feet on the floor, that's fine. Picture your feet on the floor. Put your feet on the floor. And picture this incredible energy from our earth. Earth is healing. We came to a planet that has healing inside of it. And I forget that sometimes. And feel that connection of your feet down into the earth. Ions and electrons. Our native indigenous people, their moccasins weren't blocking that as much as our current shoes do. Came up through the moccasins, through our bare feet when we're out there. So maybe picture your feet bare. Feel that energy. If you don't feel that there's anything to heal in your body, just bless the fact that you don't feel like there's something to heal in your body. But it might be some sadness. It might be some worry. It might be concerns about life or living or our world. All that healing energy, that connectedness, because we are all connected to this, the healing power. Feel it. From the earth, I draw it to my heart. It's already here. I only need to claim it. Up from the earth, I know that I am healed. Then in from my hands, you can feel energy pouring into your hands from our atmosphere, from our earth blessings. I call the healing power in from my hands. I draw it to my heart. It's already here. I only need to claim it. In from my hands, I know that I am healed. Not that I'm asking for healing. I'm already healed. Then down from my head, from your crown chakra, from your open-minded joyfulness, down from my head, I call the healing power. Down from my head, I draw it to my heart. It's already here. I only need to claim it. Down from my head, I know that I am healed. And again, that's from Karen Drucker's Songs of the Spirit, Volume 4, Healing Song. And you hold that, maybe send some of that energy to someone else, and let it go. And as much as I love Karen Drucker, you have someone just as amazing here in Cynthia Hart. Do know she has music over there, and I've known her for years. She used to come to Unity Athens and sing, and we were always so delighted. I said, "You sing about fairies?" I said, one of the first times I talked. Oh my God, I love fairies. So it is. Stay after if you'd like. Thank you so much again for having me. And when our healings don't seem to be happening, hey, guess what? They really are. So it is.
So it is.
Oh, I'm going to do this.
Wonderful. Well, that was wonderful. Yes, it was. I think that's the best talk I've ever heard you give. And I've heard you give a lot of them, and I really think so. I love that. Thank you. Sometimes beauty comes out of,
Gifts are coming many guys.
they sure do. Okay, so we're talking about amazing things, and everything is possible, and we prove that when we open these doors. And we're here, and I love every one of you, and we all love each other. You can tell that, can't you, Reverend Bronte? It is a great group. No, wrong. I got the wrong song, but I'm going to get it right. Hold on. Here we go. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit. Thank you, Lily. Your future's waiting, so let us begin with power and humility. We're not afraid to say we want it all. It's a world of possibilities. We created this group, this place. And there's so much we can do. We can take the world apart and put it back together new. And innocence will rule the world. Kindness will be gold. And trust will be our currency. With love beautiful and bold. And it's totally possible to let all our dreams come true. Yes, it's totally possible. Your dreams are precious, and will you hold mine as I hold yours here in my heart? And as our dreams manifest in our reality, let the celebration start. 'Cause we created this, and there's so much we can do. We can dream a million dreams, and they will all come true. And innocence will rule the world. Your kindness will be gold. And trust will be our currency. With love beautiful and bold. And it's all totally possible to let all our dreams come true. Yes, it's totally possible. We'll move to abundance from scarcity, from isolation to community. And with loving hearts we trust what the universe holds for us. 'Cause we created this, and there's so much we can do. We could dream a million dreams, and they will all come true. And innocence will rule the world, and kindness will be gold. Trust will be our currency, with love beautiful and gold. So sing it with me. It's totally possible to have all your dreams come true. Yes, it's totally possible. Sing it with me again. It's totally possible. And don't you know it? One more time. It's totally possible. And so it is. Here you go. Let me get your microphone and go in here, Missy.
Thank you. Hey, we are totally possible, right, everybody?
Obviously.
Just look around. We made this all happen, didn't we? We made it totally happen. Beautiful. What a gorgeous message this morning, Reverend Bronte. Oh my goodness. Absolutely fabulous. Just beautiful. And I'm sure many of us will stay. I know I'm going to be here for the circle afterwards. Now comes to the part of our service about conscious giving. It's now time for giving to our community. Money is a spiritual activity. Spiritual giving is an opportunity to express our gratitude and open our consciousness to receive greater abundance. It is the practice of participating in the circulation of universal good. We have 3 ways to give here at CSL West Georgia. You can put cash or check in the envelope found in your bulletin. You can donate online by accessing your personal Breeze account using the Breeze mobile app on your phone. You can also donate electronically with your phone by using the information found on the back of the bulletin. This information is also being placed in the chat window for our online viewers. If you donate online, either using your phone or your Breeze account, please put an online giving card in the collection plate to acknowledge your contribution. If you did not pick one up at the door, you can get one from the usher. Now, as one consciousness for prosperity, let us say together, freely I give with a feeling of abundance, knowing that my gift blesses others and myself as well.
Freely I give, giving from my heart and from my soul. Freely I give, and the gifts come back to me tenfold. Lovingly I give, giving from my heart and from my soul. Lovingly I give, and the gifts come back to me tenfold. And the gifts come come back to me tenfold.
And together we say, I am grateful for the divine givingness circulating abundantly through my life, our community, and our world. And now the excitement of the announcements. We got all kinds of exciting things going on, everybody. Woohoo! Woohoo! Next Sunday, we have a special treat. One of our very own, Ursula Spratling. Ursula, shout out to Ursula. Will be delivering the message. We are very excited. Thank you, Ursula. We're just blessed to have so much talent within our community. We have two very special events coming up. On Sunday, April 28th, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., Nelta is offering a past life regression workshop. And if you all watch all of our social media, you see all about it. And she's done this before with us, and it's been highly successful. Do not miss this. It is a wonderful, wonderful, deep going into yourself and a deep healing at the same time. With gentle guidance, you can access memories and experiences that are normally hidden in your subconscious mind. The fee is $25 if you pre-register and $30 at the door. On the following Saturday, May 4th, Ursula will be offering a vision board workshop from 1 to 4 p.m. Doing a vision board can change your life. And I think we all have loved having Ursula's gift to us. Doing vision boards is just fabulous. If you've never done one before, good gracious, make sure you get signed up and come, because it is absolutely wonderful. Again, if you've never done one, hey, get on board and come on down and change your life. It is really that effective. And the fee is going to be $25 for the workshop. Absolutely an incredible investment in yourself and in your life. If anyone would like a prayer support, please see our practitioner, Shauna. Shout out to beautiful Shauna and our baby boy on the way. After the service, and you can use the privacy of the office for prayer treatment. Also, we have prayer cards over here on the credenza. You can fill one out and put it in the white box over there. The cards will be collected at the end of service, and treatment will be done for you this week. And in April's books that we get, I think everybody's enjoyed these over the last 40, 50 years. Today, absolutely appropriate. I read this morning, and this is for Shauna. This is for the practitioners in our lives. When you are unable to lift your head above the fight of despair, this is the time to turn to a spiritual practitioner. This spiritual warrior knows God is there for you. They commit their lives to knowing God no matter what. To have someone speak your name aloud to you, to know your spiritual truth in prayer, is an amazingly transformative experience that reverberates throughout your body, mind, and soul. To believe someone is praying for you even when you are not present helps activate a healing strength you could not muster otherwise. Thank you, Shauna. Is anyone with us today for the first time? Please, you may see Ronnie, and she'll have a visitor's packet for you. And of course, make sure that you connect with us on all of our social media programs, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, everything. We're everywhere, and we love it. And it's wonderful to see us out there and having everybody know who we are. Before I go any further, I'd like to have Lily come up. Lily's going to be sharing something with us today.
Come on, Lily. Your shoes untied. Now don't trip. I'll need to tie it
Okay,
for you.
thank you. Hello. Dawn, it's so good to see you. We missed you. We missed you so much.
Yes. Welcome,
Okay.
Dawn. Welcome back.
And I have a little gift that we would like to present to you today. Sent for the 25th, I think it was the 25th anniversary, you made these booklets. She made these booklets, and there's pictures, I guess, that we have, and she put them all into one booklet. And I, when I went to visit Lois one time, I brought it to her so she could see, because her picture was on it, and she really, really enjoyed it. So the community decided to present this book to you in honor of you and your mother. And we love you, and you know how much we love the father. Yes. And don't forget to let Tyson look at it too. Okay.
Thanks, Lily.
Thank you, Lily. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want more pictures, I've got them all. They're on my computer, so I can print us out as many books as we like. Any of you, if you would like one, let me know, and I'll get one made for you. Wonderful, wonderful service, y'all. Just beautiful. So for our closing affirmation, let us stand and say together, we go forth today knowing that we are God's blessing in the world. Only good comes from us. Only good goes to us. And so it is. And let's all join hands in the circle.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With Spirit as our Creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, this be my solemn vow to take each moment